Hi, I hope you can hear me. Following on from a video we did recently about roundabouts and a bit of a rant Toby and I had, I thought what I'd do is go round a few roundabouts close to where we live and just explain how they all work and what we do with regards to positioning and things like that, because it is quite important, and roundabouts are a bit of a nightmare for people. As we said in our last video, you know, a roundabout is put there with fully give way signs so you get the movement, the free movement of traffic. Unfortunately, then there's signposts put in there, there's barriers put across so you can't see it. It just becomes a bit of a nightmare. So the first roundabout I'm going to go to is the one we showed you at the beginning on our video. It's called Little Chiv. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to approach it, explain my positioning on approach to it, and I'm going to do a 180-degree turn around it. And so I'll explain how it all works. But what I'm looking for, the roundabout has, it's a typical roundabout, it has a road coming in from the right, it has a road coming in from directly ahead of me and a road joining from the left. As we explained in our other video, that the first priority we have is the road that's joining from the right. If that's clear, we can go straight on the road, onto the motorways. If that's clear, we can go straight onto the roundabout as long as there's nothing else coming. Now, if there's something coming from the road directly ahead of me, all I have to do is gauge whether I've got enough time to get past, get out onto the roundabout and then carry on. If there's a car joining from the 90-degree angle, from the 3 o'clock position if you want, so I'm approaching, it's joining from this side, okay, if he is blocked by the car that's coming from the 12 o'clock position, then I can still get on. And then I only have to worry about the guy who's seen me from the 9 o'clock position, whether he's actually going to come out and come on or not. So, after that really bad explanation, I shall now drive up to the roundabout and hopefully negotiate it properly. So, things we're talking about is positioning. So I'm going to do a 180-degree turn. So I'm looking at the roundabout. In fact, it's right up where that van is in the moment. You probably can't see it. So as I'm going to be turning effectively 180 degrees, I need to be on the right-hand side of the lane, so in position 3. I'm approaching the roundabout. As I come towards it, I can see the right-hand, the 3 o'clock position is clear. There's a car just coming to the 9 o'clock position, with another one behind it. So I slow just my speed accordingly, and hopefully, if I'm canny enough, I'll be able to get straight out onto the roundabout and go around. Now there's a car at the 9 o'clock I'm passing. I'm indicating that I'm going all the way around the roundabout. I'm looking. There's a car coming out of what was the 3 o'clock. I'm indicating again, and I'm off back down the roundabout. That's how simple a roundabout can be. If you rush up to a roundabout and expect to get straight out on it, then you're sort of selling yourself short. But by approaching the roundabout at a reasonable speed, not too fast, not too slow, and planning what you're doing, I got out to the roundabout straight away. Now admittedly it wasn't that busy, so that's fine, but we'll go to another roundabout, then I'll stop and chat about that before I do it. Okay, so the next little roundabout we're coming up to is it's a small roundabout, but it's usually quite busy. You can see we're on a bit of a busy road, but again it's got 4 positions. It's got the 6 o'clock where I'm approaching from, it's got a 12 o'clock in front of me, a 3 o'clock to the right and a 9 o'clock. The busiest part of this roundabout is from the 12 o'clock position, and typically what happens, people don't indicate which way they're going to go. So we're going to approach it. So things to be aware of, this road as we're approaching now is a 60-mile-an-hour road. But I'm now not quite able to see the roundabout, but as soon as I can, I'm going to start slowing down. So I can see the roundabout now. I can see the 9 o'clock position as I'm looking. I can see the 12 o'clock position as I'm looking, and you can see it's quite busy. And I can also see the 3 o'clock. So there's 2 cars coming towards me, nothing to the right at the moment. That car has now been blocked, so I'm just going to slow my speed right down. Okay, and you can see here now that by just a little bit of planning, I've managed to get around that without stopping again. Now this is straight onto another mini roundabout. This is a really small roundabout, and I'm going to be turning right. Okay, so just get quite busy. The roundabout is here now. It's got lots of HGVs come around it because there's a cream factory not far away. So I can see over there the 6 o'clock position is clear. I'm turning right, I'm indicating, I'm looking at the 3 o'clock, nothing there. I'm going round the roundabout and I'm straight on. Now from here I get to another roundabout that's only got 3 accesses, so there's one at 3, one at 9 and the one I'm on at 6. Again, it's a very busy roundabout. You see the signpost in front of me coming towards us now. It's underneath the bridge. There's a queue of traffic there, slowing down to get around it. I'm going to go to the right. So I'm slowing down. There's no point rushing if there's traffic queuing. I'm not holding anybody up, even though there's a car behind me. I'm indicating. I'm watching the traffic that's coming towards me. Okay, there's a car just going straight across the roundabout, a white one. There's nothing coming down towards my lane. It's gone quiet. I'm looking at the 6, there's a car waiting to come there, he's not going to move. Here I am, straight out, indicate off, shoulder check, done. So another roundabout I haven't had to stop at. How many times do you see cars, all sorts of vehicles, they race up to a roundabout and stop? If they just planned a little bit more, they'd be fine. Now the next roundabout I'm going to get to, again is it's a 4 entrance roundabout. There's a 6 o'clock, a 9 o'clock, a 12 o'clock and a 3 o'clock. I'm going to go to the 3 o'clock position, only because it makes it more difficult for me. And so I'll be turning to the right. Now it's just after the car in front of me goes around the bend, you'll see it. We're on a 40-mile-an-hour road. And it is quite a busy roundabout. Obviously buses and HGVs, it's coming from an industrial estate. So, I'm just doing under the speed limit now. I don't need to be doing 40 miles an hour. I can see the roundabout ahead of me. There's cars at the 12 o'clock waiting to come across. Everybody seems to be wanting to go right. The 9 o'clock position is from a factory shop on the right, on the left, sorry. So I'm slowing down. Luckily, or unluckily, there's a car that's going quite slow towards me. There's nothing to the right, it's all clear. Bish bosh. Round again. Okay, this next roundabout is a typical roundabout that's got obstructions in the middle of it. You can't see across it. I'm approaching it now. It's a dual carriageway on and off, and it only has a 9 o'clock position road on the left hand side. I'm going to go straight across. Now I'm going over into the right hand lane because I want to be in the right hand lane when I get over the other side. So I'm indicating right, I've pulled right. I can see the traffic in front of me. The roundabout is right there now. It's a big bush in the middle of it. The roundabout is clear, but I slowed down anyway just to make sure everything is there. I'm coming off and I'm going to come off into the lane I want to be in, and it's easier for me. The next roundabout I come to is a really busy one, and it's got junctions all over the place. You can see on the sign in front that it's actually coming off a big roundabout. Now this is a busy roundabout. It's got a supermarket on one side. It's got an entrance off a dual carriageway, a very busy dual carriageway, the A30. This is called Ava's Roundabout, and I'm going to go right the way around it 180 degrees. So I'm slowing right down. There's a car here that's lost, but he's been blocked by that red car. I've just pulled straight out. There's a truck and a car and a van coming up here. I'm going right the way around. I'm indicating, checking that they've seen me. I'm going to go right the way around again, still checking, indicating off, making sure everyone's seen me. I'm going to stay in the right hand lane because there's a car coming up my inside. But the next roundabout I'm going to go straight over. So I've actually gone round and coming back the way we've just been. Again, I can see the road ahead, the 12 o'clock position. There's a van just coming through it. I don't need to race up to it because I'm still maintaining a good speed. I'm doing 35 miles an hour here. It's a 50 mile an hour road. I'm indicating, I'm checking, that car has come round, it's clear, nothing behind me, and I'm off. So it's all about planning. Yes, you can race up to roundabouts, yes you can stop at the giveaway line and wait, but you don't have to. What's the point in that? Every time you stop, it means you've got to use your brakes. It means you're putting more wear and tear on them. The bike is being used when it, being made to start going again, so it costs you fuel. So why not try and be a bit more efficient, fuel efficient, and bike efficient? So I'm coming again up to a roundabout. This roundabout, when I showed you, I turned right on. I'm going to be turning left. Alright, now left is easy because all I have to do is consider one person really, the road that's coming in from the 3 o'clock position. But it is quite a busy road. So just as I come over the brow of this hill, I should be able to see the roundabout ahead of me. Okay, there it is, there's a van just coming round it. Now it's about 300 metres away from me, that's how far I'm looking ahead. I'm planning for this roundabout. I'm turning left to St Day and Scoria there where it says on the thing. There's a truck just going straight ahead probably. Okay, I'm slowing down because he's got cars behind him. I can see the cars behind. That grey car has just been blocked by the black car. The road is empty. Check over my shoulder, make sure no one's inside me. Another easily navigated roundabout. So I'm going to go up to the next roundabout that we're going to come across, and it's from where we are now. It's about 1 kilometre, but I can see, if I can just move to the edge of that truck, I can see where that roundabout is ahead of me. There's 2 sets of traffic lights coming car lights coming towards me. There's a van just gone round it, so I'm going to go straight on here at this roundabout. So I'll have cars that will want to turn left, and I'll have cars that want to come towards me or want to turn around the roundabout. So I'm planning by getting myself in the right position now. I'm in position 3. I'm still looking ahead at the roundabout. I'm checking my mirrors all the time. There's nothing behind me. The one car that was behind is turned off. I'm doing 35 miles an hour. I'm slowing down. There's a bus coming towards me. The truck is turning left. The car is turning left. The car in front is going to go straight round the roundabout. I'm indicating because it's just off. There we go. Straight round the roundabout. And on we go. So this is a 40 mile an hour road. I'm just going to make a left-hand turn here to get me back to another mini roundabout we went round. Now the crucial thing about mini roundabouts is, you know, they're painted on the ground and they're slightly raised. If it shows as a roundabout on the ground, it means you have to obey the rules of the highway code in the UK, and you have to make an attempt to go around the roundabout. Now, it's not acceptable to drive across them. When they're painted like that, the only vehicles that are allowed to go across them are larger vehicles, so like we're talking trucks and things like that. We have to make an attempt to go around it, and if they're raised, then there's even more reason to go around it. So we've just come around this little bend under the bridge. It's a T-junction, and then the little mini roundabout where we're going to go left. So I'm approaching a T-junction. It's a busy road, but again I'm slowing down. Plenty of time. Here's the mini roundabout. God, I'm so lucky, there's nothing on this. Car going round to the 12 o'clock position, one coming towards me. Check behind me, I'm done. Next roundabout is the busy little one I did earlier. I'm going straight across it. In fact, now I'm going to go right. So I'm checking, I can see the 9 o'clock position, I can now see the 12, I can see the 3, the roundabout is clear apart from one car that's just come up. He's coming towards me, the car ahead doesn't know where he's going yet. He's now stopped because I've got to come across. I'm going round to the 3, I'm in. And it's about sending messages by positioning yourself in the right place. Oh, we're onto a dual carriageway. By positioning yourself in the correct place, you send a message to people on the road saying this is what I intend to do. Then you enforce that by using your indicators, and it becomes easy. People really are quite respectful generally, as long as you tell them what they're doing. If you don't tell them what you're doing, you know, they can't mind meld, most people, and so they will do what you don't want them to do. So it's all about communication. So I'm telling them what I'm doing by being in the right position. I'm indicating, I'm reinforcing what I want to do. I'm also telling people behind me what I'm doing, which means they're not going to get racing up behind you. I know you get people who do, you know, that's just the way it is. So this next junction we're going to, I'm going to go 180 degrees around it, and then I'm going to turn off past this, the actual road I'm coming up now. So it's a busy dual carriageway. This is Chiverton Cross roundabout. It's a horrendous roundabout. It's got about 5 or 6 exits. So as I'm going right the way around the roundabout, I need to be in the right hand lane, and it gives me 2 options because the lane splits into 2 as we get to the roundabout. But it's just a roundabout. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exits on it. So I'm about half a mile away. I'm now planning for this roundabout. There's a truck in front of me. I don't know where he's going to go. He's probably going to go straight on because he's still in that lane. Other people might be trying to overtake him. You see the lane here now splits into 2, and it then splits again into 3. So I'm slowing down because there's traffic building. I don't need to race up to it. We've got our 300 metre marks coming up, so I'm about 400 metres away now. This is a 70 mile an hour road. I'm now slowing down to about 40 miles an hour. I'm maintaining the speed with the cars in front. I'm looking ahead. Now I can't see anything on this roundabout. All I can see at the moment is the 3 o'clock position, which is very busy, and it's always very busy. So I'm slowing down a bit. I'm indicating. I'm looking at that junction. Now cars come round there, and see how he blocked those cars then? This black car's coming round, he's blocked that exit. I'm on the roundabout. I'm going all the way around the roundabout. I'm checking behind me all the time. I'm indicating so people know what I'm doing. I'm still indicating. I'm not trying to overtake people because it just causes confusion. I'm going right the way around. The next junction you'll see is the one I've just come off. There's the truck who still hasn't made his way across yet. I'm indicating across this lane now. I can reinforce that with a hand signal. And I'm off Chiverton Cross roundabout without stopping. My next roundabout is the very first roundabout we did, and I'm going to turn right. I'm looking all across. 9 o'clock is clear, 12 o'clock is clear, 3 o'clock is clear. I'm straight onto the roundabout. I'm going right the way around it. I'm indicating that I'm coming off. I'm checking my mirrors, over my shoulders. There you go, roundabouts. So roundabouts aren't difficult. We make them more difficult by the way we approach them and what we do on the roundabout. So it's about communication. It's about telling people what you want to do, what you intend to do, and what you're going to do. And looking at what they're planning. Their position on the road will tell you what they're doing. If their head's spinning around like an owl on a roundabout, it's because they probably don't know what they're doing. So you give them more space. A roundabout is a place for making progress over a busy junction without trying to kill yourself. Okay, there shouldn't be any overtaking going on. Just stick to your lines and you'll be fine. So, I hope you like this little video I've just done. Short and sweet, few roundabouts. Give us a thumbs up if you do. Subscribe, Toby does all that kind of stuff. And we'll see you in our next video soon. Cheers!